Xin chào các bạn, mình là Brooklyn Day. Hi everyone, my name's Brooklyn. Since a lot of people seem to be interested in this topic, let's talk about vocal fry. So, as a native speaker, what do I think of vocal fry? Do I have it? Several people in my comments seem to think that I do have vocal fry. And so, yes, I do have vocal fry, but it's not just me. Several Americans have it, my friends, my family. And so, is vocal fry an issue? First of all, though, if you don't know, vocal fry is when you talk with a deep and throaty or raspy voice, kind of like this. Obviously, that's an extreme example, but if you need a more clear example, just go Google it. Personally, I don't think it's an issue. Well, let me give a stipulation or condition. Of course, we don't want to talk like Miley Cyrus in this video.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
That's not a fair example anyways, because she had vocal cord damage. But having a bit of vocal fry is pretty normal for an American. And because it's so normal, people don't really talk about it. Before I came to Vietnam, I had never heard anyone comment on my voice, either good or bad. Even throughout high school, college, and around 5 years of working in a professional healthcare setting. If anything, people have told me that I am well-spoken, meaning that the message of what I'm saying is clear. But my voice itself, I'd say it's unremarkable. I've noticed a correlation between how deeply I'm thinking and my usage of vocal fry. If I'm in a conversation thinking about something I've never thought about or trying to articulate something I've never articulated before, my vocal fry starts coming in really strong. I think that's when you guys have really heard my vocal fry on this channel. When I talk about things on this channel, maybe I've thought about it before or have had a casual conversation about it, but I've usually not dove that deep into it before. So usually the podcast is the first time I've talked about that topic deeply. I'm not sure about you, but for me, I'd rather talk about deep and important things and use vocal fry than let fear of vocal fry hold me back from sharing something. I think a lot of these things in life are relative. Think about it this way. Do a lot of people in the US have vocal fry? We do. It's pretty normal. This isn't a matter of moral right or wrong, so it is okay to have some vocal fry. We could think about Vietnam accents in the same way. I've noticed that Vietnamese people use a nasally voice or raise the tone at the end of each sentence. But it seems like a lot of Vietnamese people do this. It's pretty normal there. So again, since this is not a matter of right and wrong, it's okay. It's just relative. At the end of the day, English and Vietnamese are just languages. Neither one is better than the other. The purpose of a language is simply to communicate. And the reason for learning a second, third, or fourth language is to become a better communicator and to broaden or increase your connections with others. So ultimately, if each party understands each other, the goal is met. It shouldn't matter too much the accent or tone in which we speak, as long as the people involved can understand each other. But yes, of course, if your accent or voice is really hard to understand, then you have to do something to improve it. It's all relative, and we all can improve. I appreciate that Vietnamese people are studious. When you guys want to learn something new, you really dive deep into it. And this is admirable. But at the same time, I don't want you to overcomplicate it. Head knowledge doesn't necessarily make you a better communicator. Knowing a lot about accents and grammar mechanics and all of that won't automatically make you a better communicator. What will make you a better communicator is actually getting out there and practicing it. Just do it. The comments I've seen about my vocal fry don't really hurt my feelings or lower my self-esteem. If anything, I think that they are amusing because I view it differently, as you can see in this video. It's kind of comical seeing a Vietnamese person debate with another Vietnamese about English, a language that's not their native language. I just think to myself, like, let it be. If native speakers barely talk about it, why should foreigners? And I apply this same type of mindset to Vietnamese and my life in Vietnam. Who am I to complain about your language or to wish that it was different? Why should I judge the way that people talk? I think our differences are beautiful. I think that we should let them be. I don't try to dissect or pull apart the language too much. There's sometimes I ask my husband what something means or why something is a certain way. Sometimes he tells me, babe, I don't even think about it that much. Don't worry about it. At first, this answer drove me nuts, but I've learned to just accept it. Sometimes things are just not that deep. My hope is just that in 10 years, I will feel at peace living in Vietnam and that I can continue or can communicate with the people around me. My Vietnamese will never sound like yours. Of course, the more time that goes on, my Vietnamese will get better and closer to you guys, but it will never sound native. That's just a fact of life, and that is a-okay. But if I can communicate well, then I will have achieved the goal of learning a language. I just want to say that Vu and I are on a walk in this neighborhood, and look at this Harry Potter looking house with the dragons, and it looks like a castle. Anyway, at the end of the day, I'm not recording this video to stir anything up. I just find this topic interesting and amusing, and I just want to share my 2 cents about it. I would love to know if you agree or disagree, so let me know about it down in the comments below so we can communicate about it. And if you decide to not like me after this video, then I understand. So, all right, that is all for today. Thank you guys for listening. Goodbye for now, and I will see you in the next video.